State cost sharing. This is the first time federal has paid the SNAP benefits all prior to this. So state cost sharing for the first time mandates that states contribute a portion of SNAP benefit allotment if their payment error rate exceeds 6%. The state share can be up to 15%. So basically 6% to 15% is what your state individually will be responsible for. Again, this is going to let you know who you're electing, what your elected officials that you've been electing, what they're doing with the money. This is going to show you that it's time for y'all to start making your state and local representatives take some accountability. Everything is not on Trump. Everything is not on Biden. But I will say Biden definitely caused this big issue with this whole border being up. Okay? That's the fact. And he was the one who gave them all these billions of dollars that's the reason why Brandon and them spent the money the way that they did. Because they went and asked the federal government for that money. So non-citizen eligibility. I love how they keep breaking this down in all parts of the bill. They was not playing with this bill when they wanted to tell y'all what citizens is going to get something and what non-citizens are going to get. And I'm not even going to say I'm mad at it. Because at the end of the day, if we are Americans, we are tax-paying citizens, everything should be going to us. We should be included in everything. The fact that you had a prior administration that was not including us, the tax-paying citizens, that's a problem with me. That's a huge problem for me. And I'm not even on none of these damn benefits. But that was the reason why I was down at City Hall speaking up and talking and confronting the mayor and the aldermen for giving this type of money out and never have given this type of money to tax-paying citizens. Oh, but your federal government definitely stepped in with this big, beautiful bill, baby, because every line basically breaks down citizen and non-citizen eligibility. So non-citizen eligibility removes SNAP eligibility for several categories of legally present non-citizens, including certain refugees and survivors of human trafficking. I'll repeat that. Non-citizen eligibility removes SNAP eligibility for categories of legally present non-citizens. All right? I don't know what country you can go to and just start giving a bunch of free money and free benefits. Everybody want to act like over here in America, we just supposed to do that. Tell me where else you can just go and be a non-citizen and get all these type of benefits, including certain refugees and survivors of human trafficking. All right. So that means it cuts a vital nutritional lifeline for thousands of legally residing immigrants. And this is why so many of the legal immigrants who have been here 20, 30 years were also down at City Hall with us, fighting and not understanding how they have been able to be here 20 and 30 years, but you all are not giving them their immigration status. You're not giving them work permits. You weren't giving them the same benefits that you were giving to the non-U.S. citizens that just walked across the border. So when black people get on here and say, oh, the Hispanics voted for Trump, the Hispanics' eyes was way more open than some of y'all's. You can vote for who you want to vote for. But a lot of them were not happy with the fact that your government was okay with letting them be here for 20 and 30 years working, taking taxes out of their money because they have ITINs. And when you have an ITIN, you get taxes taken out of your check. All right. So for those of y'all that don't know, ITINs pay taxes as well. And so there are a lot of legal immigrants. Again, these are people who did the process legally. And they are still waiting after 20 and 30 years. Does that make any sense to you? No, it doesn't. But people who just came across the border got all of the benefits, got work permits, got all type of stuff in front of the people who've been here waiting legally 20 to 30 years. Does that make sense to you? So in this new bill, they cut that. Basically. And now, unfortunately, that's going to affect some of the legal immigrants who have been here patiently waiting. That should be a question to your state reps. Why are these people still waiting 20 to 30 years when they've been here legally? These are questions that should be asked. And any of you all who have parents or grandparents that's been sitting here and waiting, y'all need to be the ones down more at City Hall asking those questions. Because it was a few Hispanics, not many. Just the same way it's been a few black people down there. Not many. And I'm speaking on Chicago alone. New York spent $6.9 billion of taxpayers' dollars. We spent almost $2 billion of our tax-paying dollars. Newsom said at court he spent $78 million. He a lie. I know he spent more than that because California way bigger. But that was the numbers that he gave. Brandon couldn't even get no numbers. I posted that video. Brandon couldn't even tell you what the numbers were. 1% of Texas. What the fuck? This is going to start making your elected officials on the city and state level more accountable. Point blank, period.